Hello and welcome. Tonight, controversy trails report of government's inquiry into election violence in Rivers State. Supporters of the opposition APC protest recommendations call on it an attempt to ridicule its leaders. 1 week to the Ondo state governorship election, main political parties intensify efforts to woo voters ahead of November the 26th poll, as PDP calls for postponement of exercise. Victims of attack by gunmen Nkuje Area Council of the FCT demand improved security and the rescue of persons abducted from the community. Head of Journalists Union in Egypt alongside his 2 colleagues sentenced to 2 years in prison for allegedly harboring fugitives.
And on business news tonight, Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele's comments on interest rates suggest no downward review at next week's MPC meeting.
On sports news tonight, Andy Murray remains on course to end the year as #1 after fighting back to secure a 5-7, 7-6 and 7-6 victory over Milos Raonic at the ATP World Tour Finals.
I'm Sulaiman Aled. We begin tonight in Rivers State, where another controversy seems to be brewing following a recent government report indicting several politicians, including the All Progressives Congress deputy governorship candidate in the 2015 general election, Mr. Asita Okorie. The Justice Monima Danagogo Commission of Inquiry was set up to probe the roles of individuals and state institutions in the violence that marked the March 19th legislative rerun election in the state. But some supporters of the APC have described the commission as a ploy to ridicule their leaders and destabilize the party. Our correspondent Emmanuel Erei has more.
Some of the scenes of violence during the March 19th legislative rerun election in Rivers State, which claimed that some deaths were recorded, including that of a youth corps member in Outer West local government area. The incident led to the cancellation of the polls in some units and local government areas. And following the report of the Commission of Inquiry set up by the Rivers State government to look into the violence that trailed the election, the Commissioner of Information, Rivers State, Austin Tam George, says based on the submission of the commission, Council has approved the prosecution of those indicted.
Some of these individuals who were established to be responsible for some of these acts of violence should be prosecuted, and the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Rivers State has been mandated by Council to take actions against these individuals.
But this does not sit well with these supporters of the APC. According to them, nothing about the commission or the report should be taken seriously.
We condemn in its entirety the said report, which is intended to intimidate and malign our leaders. As a people, particularly those of us from Outer West local government, we are resolved to stand by our leaders. We are resolved to stand by our rights.
After the rerun, why collation of results were ongoing in Akinima? I didn't know what collation is all about. Everybody was gathered. And you should know that in that election, APC won. We won the election. So why, for God's sake, why will APC win an election and at the same APC kill a couple? The question was asked ourselves.
As far as the Rivers State Attorney General is concerned, those indicted should get ready to face the music.
The Commission has made its findings and found that some of them were involved in murder, some of them were involved in attempted murder, some were involved in arson, they were involved in rape, they were involved in all manner of crimes. As the controversy rages, many have decided to wait and see with keen interest how things will pan out in the coming days. Emmanuel Erei, Channels Television News.
We'll take you now to the southwest, where the president has applauded the governorship aspirants of the All Progressives Congress in the Ondo state for rallying support for the party's flag bearer, Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu. President Muhammadu Buhari was in Akure, the Ondo state capital, to take part in the grand finale of the APC campaign ahead of the governorship election in the state next Saturday. The rally, which took place at the Democracy Park in Ondo state, attracted the prominent members of the party and supporters of Mr. Akeredolu.
A large crowd of supporters of the All Progressives Congress (APC) gather to welcome President Muhammadu Buhari and his entourage as he arrives at the Democracy Park in Akure, the Ondo state capital.
We are going to win, God willing.
It's the grand finale rally of the APC governorship campaign in the state, from the Senate president to past and current APC governors, ministers and party leaders led by the national chairman, Chief John Odige Oyegun. They say the APC remains the only party that is capable of rescuing the people of Ondo state at this point.
How many are we in Yoruba land? Please, don't let us do our own separately. We have 6 states. 4 is already with us, with the national, with the federal government. Please, this Ondo state must go APC. Who will deliver for Ondo state? Let's look at the candidates. Man by man, man to man, measure it. My people here in Ondo State, Akure, let us go out and vote on the 26th.
When President Muhammadu Buhari mounts the podium to speak, he commends the people of Ondo State for choosing Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu as the party flag bearer and asks the electorate to continue their support by voting him in.
God willing, he is going to be the winner a week today. People of Ondo State, please make up your mind. Those of you that are here, talk to your immediate relatives, to your neighbors, and to all your colleagues in the state, that there is no turning back. We are here all the way from all over Nigeria to show our support and solidarity for him and for you.
For the governorship flag bearer, job creation and bringing comfort to the people of the state if elected remain at the heart of his plan.
Infrastructural development, massive one. We owe this state a lot. In state today, we have mineral resources, we have bitumen, we have oil. If you want us to take benefit of our resources, we cannot but belong to the party that is at the central.
It's about a week to the Ondo governorship election and all parties are gearing up. Can all the campaign strategies put in place by the APC help secure the votes and confidence of the people? Only the ballot will speak.
While the APC has drawn the curtain on its public rallies, the candidate of the Alliance for Democracy, Mr. Olushola Oke, has continued to mobilize voters in the riverine areas of the state. Residents of Etiko, Igbonla and others in Ondo State, southwest of Nigeria, today trooped out to receive the campaign train of Mr. Oke. During the campaign tour, Mr. Oke promised to residents of grassroots development as well as youth empowerment if they elect him governor.
It's a ride through the riverine areas of the state where the candidates of the Alliance for Democracy in the upcoming Edo State governorship election, Mr. Olushola Oke, and party supporters are visiting. And the people here seem excited to have the AD campaign train among them. AD governorship hopeful gives assurances of security, development and economic prosperity for the people, counting on their votes come November the 26th.
The AD is here for real. Whosoever has doubt is either blunt or blindfolded. We know for good that the next government of this state will be formed by the AD. That is the party of the Yoruba people. That is our party. We have come back. We have woken up. Anybody who has doubt will be disappointed at the election. Because by sure, without doubt, AD will win the next election. That is the only united party in Ondo State. Other parties are suffering from internal commotion, for internal confusion, internal conflagration. But the AD is a united family.
He's certainly not the only one so optimistic, as party loyalists in the state equally express confidence in the popularity of the party, the candidate, and his chances at the polls.
Why do we have this crowd here? It's because you believe in integrity, you believe in tenacity of purpose of Shifiola Olushola. You believe in the personality. You believe that is the person who can move on straight from this doldrum. We are moving forward now. We are moving forward. And I want to assure you that you shall never be disappointed.
The AD governorship candidate also made stops to the traditional ruler in Ilaje, Oba Adetemi Omowole III, where he received royal blessing. If this well-received campaign will translate to success for the party, the turnout next Saturday will be the deciding factor.
If you thought by what you saw in Akure, seeing the president with his political parties as well as the AD, that everyone is set for this election, you just might get another thing coming. The People's Democratic Party faction led by Senator Ahmed McCarthy has called on INEC to postpone the Ondo State governorship election pending the determination of the suit before the Supreme Court, which necessitated the indefinite adjournment by the appeal court. The judgment slated for delivery yesterday was put off by Justice Ibrahim Saulawa following a motion filed at the Supreme Court by the Ali-modu Sharif faction of the PDP, asking the court's panel to disqualify itself. The appeal court yesterday adjourned indefinitely the case on the leadership tussle in the party between the factions led by McCarthy and Ali-modu Sharif. In a statement today, the party calls on the federal government to avoid using organs of the government as a tool to subvert the will of Nigerians. It asks Nigerians to hold the federal government, INEC and APC and the Jimo Ibrahim Group for any consequences of the appeal court decision. The Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Gabriel Olaonishakin, says a collective improvement of Nigeria's intelligence architecture is critical for gains to be recorded in the fight against insurgency. He was speaking through a representative at the closing of the Defense Attaché annual conference in Abuja. He says future challenges cannot be tackled with past solutions and that Nigerian military must continue to evolve and improve on its response to threats.
We must now collectively focus on ensuring that we do not face future challenges with past solutions. Going forward, our military must evolve considerably in its force projection and responsiveness to emergencies and threats. That evolution will begin with our ability to attain and maintain a qualitative edge in intelligence and forward thinking. The defense sections must therefore focus on the strategic military needs of our armed forces and contribute effectively to our collective effort at ensuring readiness for adequately and effectively containing the next set of challenges that may arise.
The challenges facing us today and those that will likely present themselves in the future require us to push the envelope of conventional wisdom and work within the realm of constant creativity, absolute vigilance, and big picture analysis. The intelligence enterprise today is the absolute force multiplier for our effort as we attract the forces of destruction and division unleashed upon us. Therefore, improvements to the intelligence architecture has to continue beyond this conference. I therefore expect to see qualitative reports and tangible achievements coming from your sections to justify the investment made by the good people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and us.
In part two, after the break, federal government says about 118 Nigerians convicted of drug-related offences in parts of Asia seeks change of attitude by citizens. Please join us again.